Hello YouTube and retro gamers, it's Col here from Let's Talk Retro, and I'm doing a pickup video today of 3 games I recently picked up for the Commodore 64 and added to my collection. I'm really pleased to have done so, so let's take a look. So as you can see, the first game that I picked up recently was OutRun by Sega and put out on the Commodore 64 by US Gold. I'm sure you'll remember it, it was a big arcade hit. But in case you don't, I put a little bit of footage there on the left for you. I'm just pointing here on the front of the cover, it says including the original arcade music. And I thought that was a great idea to include that with this back when I first originally bought it. And I bought this one as part of a bundle, so I wasn't sure whether both cassettes were going to be in there, but I was so pleased to find out that they were. So this is the first one. If I turn it around, just get the camera to focus, there we go. So that was the one with the original soundtrack music that you played in your normal cassette player back in the 80s. And this one obviously is the cassette with the actual game on it. And it's got a price tag on it still of $9.99, so I presume that's possibly what it cost when it was bought new, I'm not sure. So just something else of interest on the cover. If you open it up and take a look inside, there's a special offer for an OutRun t-shirt, which is pretty cool. I would like to get one of those. It's $6.95 as well, and including post and packing. It's not a bad deal. Don't know whether you can still get those today or not, but it's a pretty nice t-shirt. And on the other side there's your golden opportunity to join the club. You can join the US Gold Club. Every new member would receive a badge, a poster and a membership card apparently. And that was all for only 90p. US Gold sweatshirts were also available at $9.95 each. So the next game that I'm pleased to add to my collection is California Games by Epix, and a little bit of video footage there for you just in case you don't remember it. It was a big game back in the day, and something that's a little bit interesting with this is there's over 100 superb prizes to be won in a Great California competition. So let's open this up and have a look, and so actually before we do that we'll just take a look at the back. And as you can see, it says get ready to surf, skateboard on the half pipe, bike BMX style, kick back with a foot bag, roller skate and fling the flying disc. Compete in California's beach parks and on its rough and tumbly desert turf. Win enough trophies to become a California champion, 1 to 8 players. I can't remember ever having up to 8 players playing on it. I think 2 is probably the most we've ever played when we played it. So there's some screenshots there for you as well. And so we will open it up this time and take a look inside. And so there's the cassette, and again it's got $9.99 on it, so probably the price it was new. And also this has got the instructions. And someone's written their high scores, I think, next to the events in their pencil. And then if you open this up, you can see the prizes that can be won in this fabulous California competition. Frisbees, skateboards, surfboards. So let's have a look, see what you've got to do to win this. Well, we have to read and answer the questions below. Let's have a look at these then. See if we can do this. I like a good quiz. Let's see if we can get the camera to focus on it. If not, I don't know, is it going to focus? A little bit. Oh, that's worse. So I've given it getting the camera to focus, and we're going to do it from this photograph. So Col wins in the end. So yeah, let's go on with this competition. Let's have a look at the questions we have. We have question number 1. What is the name of the famous earthquake fault line in California? There are 3 possible answers. A. San Fernando, B. San Andreas, or C. San Apache. Well, I think if I'm right in saying it, it's B, San Andreas is the answer, which, as all good gamers would know, is the fictional state in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which is heavily based on California and Nevada. So there you go, don't say you don't learn anything from watching my videos. So on to question 2, in what year did Los Angeles host the Olympic Games? Was it A, 1976, B, 1980, or C, 1984? Well, I believe the answer there is 1984, because that was the very Olympic Games that decathlete Daley Thompson, he of the Commodore 64 game Daley Thompson's Decathlon fame, won gold. So there's your computer game tie-in there. And finally, on to question 3. If you're still watching at this point, I'd like to thank you for humouring me and still being there. So yeah, question number 3. Which song was a hit for the Beach Boys during the 1960s? Was it A, California Dreamin', B, California Girls, or C, Hotel California? I'm not too sure on this one. Not really being born in the 60s, it's a bit hard. But I think I'm right in saying that California Dreamin' was by the Mamas and the Papas. I think Hotel California was by the Eagles, so by process of elimination I would say the answer is California Girls. And unfortunately I can't think of any computer game tie-in to go with that, so there you go. Okay, and finally I've been pleased to add Iridium to my collection of Commodore 64 games just recently. I love this game. The animation of the ship is what makes it stand out for me. It's quite a hard game though. If you've seen Let's Talk Retro episode 4, the show that I do with my friend James on this channel, you will know that that was my top 10 Commodore 64 games, and this came in quite highly in the list at number 4. So let's take a look at the cover. Always like the cover with this bright sort of ship, nice sort of bright colours of the bullets and lasers going off. Turn it over, you can see it cost $8.95. I presume that's what it cost new. Would be about the right price, I would have thought. And it was bought in the Worthing Computer Centre. So if you're in Worthing, you may remember that place. Maybe it's still going. I'll have to Google it and find out. And so it's a nice clean cassette. Nothing really dramatic about it, just the loading instructions on it. And there's no gimmicks with this one, no t-shirts to buy, no clubs to join, no competitions to do. Just a little bit about the backstory of the game. Again, the loading instructions. And there's little adverts on the right hand side there. It was at Power Droid $7.95 on cassette and on $12.95 on disc. Gribbler's Day Out, Heathrow Air Traffic Control, don't remember that game. And 3D Lunar Attack, I remember that Lunar Attack. That's $7.95 as well. So guys, if you're still there and you've made it this far with me, I'd like to thank you for staying to the end and watching. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel, that would help us out a lot. And also there's a video playing that I'd like to recommend just there for you. If you click on that, that'll take you to episode 4 of Let's Talk Retro that I do with my friend James on this channel. And it's all about my top 10 Commodore 64 games. So if you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you'll enjoy that one as well. So just click on that and you'll be magically whizzed off to that video. So once again, thanks for watching, and remember, until next time, keep it retro.